Today on AudioTrends TV, we're going to be showing you how to set up the Pro-Ject Debut Carbon EVO. Since I'm not an expert, we're going to be handing it over to Andrew, our turntable expert in the shop.
Great, thanks Nathaniel. Let's get into it, guys. Thanks for joining us, guys. So it's been about 7 years since we did the original video on the Pro-Ject Debut Carbon when it was first brought out. Since then, there's been a couple of different models, but this is the latest incarnation of it. It's called the Pro-Ject Debut Carbon EVO, which stands for Evolution. And I'll be explaining not only how to set it up, but also some of the major differences between this version and the original. So let's get into it. Firstly, explaining some of the parts here. We've got our counterweight, our anti-skate weight, the interconnect leads that come with it, and there's also a power supply included. Firstly, the Pro-Ject Debut Carbon EVO's got the same Tonearm that was on the original, but some of the major differences are it's now got better motor suspension, so there's less vibration from the motor transferred into the stylus and therefore the playback system. The platter itself has got sorbethane dampening around the inside so that it doesn't resonate or ring. And on the bottom of the turntable, rather than 4 feet, it's got 3. And they're not plastic feet like the original, they're actually metal and they're adjustable so we can get the turntable nice and level. All right, into the setup. The cartridge comes fitted in a line, so there's nothing you have to do there. The first thing we want to do is set the tracking force or the downward pressure onto the record. So we put the counterweight on, and you'll notice it comes in 2 parts, the main body of the counterweight and this free spinning number dial on the front. So if we push the counterweight on, we want to remove the stylus guard and lower the lifter. And then the first thing we want to do is get the arm so it's in a neutral state, so not going down and not going up in the air. So we do that by rotating the counterweight to a point where it's just allowing the arm to balance. A little bit far. And that's pretty good there. Once we've got to that position, we're now at 0 grams. We put it back in its rest. And then without moving the main body of the counterweight, we just want to adjust this free spinning dial here so that 0 lines up with the line on the top. When you're at that position, you then wind the counterweight in so that we're applying downward pressure. 5 is half a gram, 10 is 1 gram, 1.5, and then you want to go to about 1.8 grams. Now we've got the correct downward pressure on the record, we want to put the anti-skate weight on. So there's 3 little notches on the back of the Tonearm here, and the little loop goes on the middle of the 3 notches, and then the anti-skate weight hangs down in a little loop like that. And you're all set. Okay, now we're at the business end of it. We've got an amplifier here, and you get supplied with these cables when you buy the turntable. There's left and right output on the back, and an earth connection here on the back of the turntable as well. You will need an amplifier with an input marked phono, P-H-O-N-O, or phonograph. It's designed to handle that very low output of a turntable cartridge. If you don't have a phono input on your amplifier, don't worry, you can still make it work. You'll just need to buy one of our separate phono preamplifiers. And that basically boosts the low output of a cartridge up to a line level, and you'll be able to plug that into then auxiliary tuner, tape, whatever else you like. We've got a Cambridge AXA 25, and it's got a built-in phono input on the back of it. So we plug the left and right RCAs in there, and next to every phono input you'll also find the associated ground connection, which helps ground the Tonearm and you won't end up with that annoying hum. So we plug that in. On the front left corner of the record player underneath, there's an on-off switch, and you've got actually the off position in the middle and 2 other positions, 33 and 45. Well guys, thanks for watching. Hope this tutorial's been educational and enjoyable to watch. We'll catch you next time on AudioTrends TV.